Now, Joe Biden's disembodied voice may have endorsed Kamala Harris, but he didn't always see things that way. Perhaps when he had more clarity, he was a little more critical. This is one of those moments that's come back to haunt dear Kamala Harris, the way that Joe Biden might literally be haunting her soon, for surely the sepulchral old sausage is clinging on to the material realm with the wispiest of fingertips. Let's have a look back to that era.
Internet is forever. Do you remember this?
When Senator Harris was the Attorney General for 8 years in the state of California, there were two of the most segregated school districts in the country, in Los Angeles and in San Francisco. And she did not, I didn't see a single solitary time she brought a case against them to desegregate them. Secondly,
he does at least look a little bit embarrassed about it, doesn't he? It doesn't look like he's enjoying criticising Kamala Harris there. And I do recall that actually Donald Trump thought she did well in those debates back then.
She also is in a situation where she had a police department when she was there that in fact was abusing people's rights. And the fact was that she, in fact, was told by her own people, that her own staff, that she should do something about and disclose to defense attorneys like me that you, in fact, have been, the police officer did something that did not give you information would exculpate your client. She didn't do that. She never did it. And so what happened? Along came a federal judge and said, enough, and he freed 1,000 of these people. If you doubt me, Google 1,000 prisoners freed, Kamala Harris.
Thank you, Vice President Biden.
What a mess.
He was a vigorous debater back then, wasn't he? Joe Biden, he's using words like exculpate successfully. Yeah, look how fluent he is. The chat is alive with appreciation for Joe Biden back then. And of course, now we're reminded of the tragedy of late decline that we will all surely one day face. And isn't that a reminder that we ought to be loving and kind to one another where possible, and definitely not create parody promo videos that mock candidates? Well, I don't know, maybe it's right. Here's one that's certainly been very successful online, and in a world of immersive propaganda, who's to say that jocundity, jocularity and ridicule doesn't have a space? Have a look.
I, Kamala Harris, am your Democrat candidate for president because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility at the debate. Thanks, Joe. I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist. I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet. I had 4 years under the tutelage of the ultimate deep state puppet, a wonderful mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number 1, carefully hide your total incompetence. I take insignificant things and I discuss them as if they're significant. And I believe that exploring the significance of the insignificant is in itself significant.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time, and there is such great significance to the passage of time.
Another trick is trying to sound black. I pretend to celebrate Kwanzaa, and in my speeches, I always do my best Barack Obama impression.
So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
And okay, look, maybe my work addressing the root causes of the border crisis were catastrophic, but my knowledge of international politics is truly shocking.
The United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. It is an alliance that is strong and enduring.
And just remember, when voting this November, it is important to see what can be unburdened by what has been. And by what has been, I mean Joe Biden. Do you think the country went to over the past 4 years? You ain't seen nothing yet.
I mean, yeah, I suppose this is what the world of AI and ever-increasing polarity will generate. My prayer is that we find a way to transcend and get beyond the mudslinging, backbiting, backstabbing, and even front-stabbing. Oh, Holy Father, please forgive us. Oh, well, that's just what I think, though. Let me know what you think in the comments and the chat. We can't continue to bring you this beautiful content without the support of our partners.
Hey, this is exciting. We've got a great partner today. It's Rumble. But beyond Rumble,
is Rumble's latest venture. Let me ask you first, are you a Sleepy Joe type character with zero cognitive performance, struggling to muster focus and brain power for basic things like running the United States of America? You gotta stop drinking woke liberal coffee that hates you and your way of life and start your day by drinking Rumble's very own 1775 coffee. This is gonna be the best tasting coffee you've ever had. Seriously good, ethically sourced from a family farm in the high altitude mountains of Bolivia. Not in the Bolivian lowlands run not by a family but by a single man still living with a pet. No! Instead of waking up and drinking your big corporation-owned woke ideology coffee that's probably making you sick from the pesticides it's sprayed with, try Rumble's 1775 revolutionary coffee. Support freedom of speech. Build a parallel economy that actually values you and loves you. My favourite? It's dark, of course. I've always found the lure of the dark irresistible. I'm sorry, how can I stay mad at you? But you're just going to have to wait over there for a little while. Level up your morning routine with a 1775 coffee. Sleep all night knowing your hard-earned dollary dues are going towards supporting freedom-loving creators like me on Rumble. Visit 1775coffee.com now. Pick up your first bag. Use the code BRAND to save 10% on your first order. Oh, come on. Why choose, you know? Okay, back to the content.
All right, you lot. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. We've got 8 million views. Rusting, yeah, I'll pop up. Why not? Leave it. Thanks, guys, for staying with us for that. We're going to use some of those videos later in the week. Thanks for staying and watching them with us.
Hey, thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed that, why not join our community on Locals? Once there, you get unfiltered access to our raw, uncut, peculiar content, early bird privileges, to special guest interviews with people like Candace Owens, Jordan Peterson, Vandana Shiva, and many, many more. Bonus behind-the-scenes content. Join me for my journey into Christianity and even come to live shows for free as a member. Plus, you'll be joining an incredible, like-minded, ever-expanding community of awakened individuals just like you. So join us now. Click the Locals link in the bio. Stay connected, and if you can, stay free.